All right. Shalom, family. It's your brother Kanaiba coming at you once again with this video titled Order versus Disorder. The hierarchy Yahawah has set up. Okay. So, what really inspired me to do this particular video is the cover of the British Vogue magazine that Rihanna did with her husband, A$AP Rocky, and their child, their son. Okay, and we're gonna get into it, but just looking at that cover photo is completely off and is out of order. Hence, the title of my video: Order versus Disorder. The hierarchy Yahawah has set up. Okay? Now, if you as an individual can look at that particular magazine cover and see absolutely nothing wrong with that, you need to examine yourself, okay? Because there's definitely a subliminal message that's being sent here. Okay, that's why I made this thumbnail, because when you look to the right of the thumbnail, that's more like it. Okay, but there's definitely a subliminal message that's being sent here, and it goes completely against the hierarchy that Yahawah has set up, okay, amongst Israelites, dealing with the family unit. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into today. It's mainly going to be about Rihanna and this particular photo, okay, this cover. So to start off, let's actually get into the breakdown of this particular word, hierarchy. Okay, now when you deal with this particular word, hierarchy, okay, I believe it goes back to the Greek. Okay, and that when you break the word down, the Greek word hiera actually means sacred rites. Okay, then you have another Greek word, archi or archean, which means to lead or to rule. Okay, so that's really where you get the breakdown of that word hierarchy. Okay, it's dealing with pretty much the leadership or the rulership within a sacred rite. Okay, now when you look at marriage in particular, that is a sacred union between a man and a woman. Okay, but you can't forget that the Most High and Yahawah Shai is within that union as well. That's really the hierarchy. Okay, so actually we're going to get into the scriptures now and actually show this particular hierarchy. Okay, let's get to the scriptures. Let's take a look here. All right, so opening up in the scriptures, we're going to start with 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. And it reads, it says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is God," or Yahawah. Okay, so that's the hierarchy within this sacred rite, within this sacred union, because that's what it is. That's what marriage is. That family unit. I'm getting tongue tied. That family unit is it's a sacred union. Okay, but within this society, the family unit is looked at as something that, you just pretty much give a shoulder shrug to. It's not important at all. But that's why this society is so degenerate as it is, because we don't hold the family unit, especially marriage, in high regard, as we should. Okay. And if you do have a marriage, that this particular hierarchy is not it's not taken seriously. It's not implemented. Okay. The Most High and Yahawah is usually not within that marriage. Okay. And the flip side of this is actually implemented. Okay. Within this society, this world, their particular hierarchy is the woman, the child, the woman's friends, the household pet, and then the man. That's the hierarchy of this society in particular, and really the world. Okay, it's the complete opposite of what Yahawah has set up. Okay, and when we look at this particular cover to this magazine, you see the flip side of the hierarchy that Yahawah has set up. Okay, that's why I said that there's a subliminal message that's being displayed on the cover of this magazine. Notice you have Rihanna out front, holding ASAP Rocky's hand as if she's the one leading him. She's leading the way. She's leading the family. And now ASAP Rocky is in the back, and in the more feminine role, being nurturing to this particular child. The position that Rihanna is really supposed to be in. And he's supposed to be where Rihanna is at, holding her hand, leading the way. But that's the subliminal message that's being displayed here. And not to mention them wearing all black, showing that they are Saturnians. Okay, that's just my critique. Okay, but yeah, that's what's being displayed here, and this is completely off. And let me point this out too. This is how you know that feminism is really complete and utter BS. Okay, you know, you ask your average feminist, you know, within a relationship, how should it be? You know, they'll say something like 50-50, and you know, the man shouldn't really lead. She should be by his side. Well, why is that not being displayed within this particular photo? Why are they not walking side by side, as a lot of women like to put it? Okay, you know, they'll try to use the analogy of Adam and Eve, and you know, Eve being taken from, you know, as one of Adam's ribs, so she came from his side, in which they don't even understand that breakdown. It wasn't a literal rib. You know, the Most High didn't perform surgery on Adam and take one of his ribs and then create Eve. That's foolishness. But, you know, a lot of times women will say, well, you know, Eve was taken from Adam's side, so, you know, that means the woman is supposed to be by the man's side, you know, not behind him, not under him, not over him. They'll say all this other foolishness. I know you heard it before, you know, that the woman should be by his side. Well, why is that not displayed here? Why is she out front? Okay, that just shows you what this agenda really is, what feminism really is. It's not them wanting to be equal. They want to be in the position that was given to the man by Yahawah. They want to be out front. They want to be in the superior role. And that's off. Okay? So now let's examine the bold words at the bottom left-hand corner here. It says, Rihanna Reborn. Okay, so, you know, what I suspect, they're going to try to spin it like, you know, she's a different person now that she's become a mother. You know, which could be true, but again, there's a subliminal message here, okay? There's a very paganistic, Luciferian undertone to this, okay? Rihanna Reborn. Now, There's a reason they had to take this photo near the ocean. Okay. You got to understand that, really on both the left-hand side and the right-hand side. But we're dealing with the left-hand side right now. That's what we're talking about. Water represents rebirth. That's why they took this photo right here. It represents rebirth. Okay, she's a so-called mother goddess figure. Okay, the same way Beyonce is. Okay, the same way Oprah is. Okay, I've talked about them too in some of my past videos. And we're going to bring Oprah back up too in this video. Okay, because it coincides with what we're talking about. Okay, but yeah, Rihanna reborn. Okay, it's paganistic. She's a mother goddess figure. Okay, now let's zoom in and let's read the fine print. Okay, now check this out. It says everything changes. Let's pause right there. Okay, now again, like I said earlier, they're gonna try to spin it to say that everything changes, meaning, in the aspect of her becoming a mother. That's from a two-dimensional level. But, looking at this from a three-dimensional level, looking at the subliminal message that's being sent, okay, saying everything changes, is dealing with the hierarchy. The hierarchy that the Most High Yahawah set up. The man being the head, being out front in the superior role, and the woman actually following, okay, and being in the background with the children. She's over the children, okay, being in that nurturing role that you see A$AP Rocky in right here. This is completely off, okay, but this is the change that's being talked about, the change of the hierarchy within the family unit. That's what they're trying to change. Okay. Now, moving on, it says the superstar on Parenthood, A$AP Rocky, and the mother of all comebacks. Okay. Now, that last little phrase right there, the mother of all comebacks. Okay. That comebacks, that's still dealing with her being reborn, or that rebirth. Okay, and it's putting emphasis on her being the mother of all comebacks. This is really telling you that she's playing the role of a mother goddess figure. Okay, that's the role that she plays, like a lot of these female entertainers in the entertainment industry. They are so-called mother goddess figures. They're a microcosm of the mother goddess. Okay, and again, I've been saying this, for the past few videos. Okay, that they're trying to, put to death the divine masculine, or the masculine principle, and they're trying to venerate the divine feminine, the feminine principle. Okay, that's what they're moving towards. Okay. And we're going to get into that here in a second. Okay. But again, this is off. This is confusion. And we know that the Most High Yahawah does not deal with confusion. Okay. Let's actually get that verse real quick. Let's go back to the scriptures. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. And it reads, it says, for God, or Yahawah, is not the author of confusion. Allow me to repeat that part. For Yahawah is not the author of confusion, but of peace in all the churches of the saints. Okay? But the point is, the Most High is not the author of confusion. And when you look at this particular cover to this magazine, this is confusion. Okay? And this particular confusion is something that they have been, working towards for a while now. Okay? What I want to do now is I want to take a look at another magazine, which was Time magazine, that actually had a similar photo or a similar subliminal message last year. Okay, let's take a look at that magazine. Okay, so this is the magazine that I was talking about. Okay, and of course this is Time magazine. I believe this was published last year, and it's for the 100 most influential people. Okay, and of course on the cover of the magazine you have so-called Prince Harry and his wife. Okay, and similarly, look who's out front. Okay, and look who's in the back. Okay, now she's out front, standing in a more dominant stance, in a more dominant position. Okay, she looks more confident than him in this particular photo, and he's in the background looking more submissive. He almost looks like a scared little boy. Okay, and you know, it's just his posture. It's like he's following her. She's out there in front. She's the shot caller. Okay, and just like the photo of Rihanna and ASAP Rocky and their baby, there's also a paganistic undertone here. Notice she has on the white and he has on all black. Okay, dealing with that concept of duality that they like to embrace on the left hand side. Okay, within the craft. Okay, you have that duality, the white and the black, and of course you have that duality of male, female, and of course, you know, the white, the black represents good, evil, etc. Okay, even when you look at the title, they have the number 100 in white and the word time in black. Okay, and of course around the border you have the red. Okay, which of course that color scheme, black, white, and red, represents what's known as the Black Mass. Okay, or sacrifice for Pan. Okay, but again, this is the same message that's being sent. Okay, you know, that particular hierarchy. Okay, they want to put the woman out front in the dominant and superior role, you know, being the head, and that's not what she was created to be. Okay, that vocation was given to the man. Okay, but again, this society is nothing but confusion. That's why this place is spiritual Babylon. Okay, but yeah, you know, since we're talking about confusion, you know, the position that they want men in general to be in, but more specifically that they want the Israelite man to be in, is this right here. Okay, this, now look at this cover. This is from this year. This is February's edition of the Ebony magazine. Okay, now look at this Negro. Okay, look at this bug the hell out Negro. Now, this is what they want us to be as Israelite men. Okay, they want to destroy the hierarchy that the Most High Yahawah has set up, and they want this type of man to be celebrated. Okay, the sodomite. Okay, and again, there's really there's really paganistic undertones within this as well. Okay, now of course they got him, you know, crossing his legs, looking very effeminate. Okay, and when you look at the background is all pink. Okay, now that all pink is for the divine feminine. Okay, it's supposed to be reminiscent of, you know, a woman's vagina, believe it or not. Okay, that all pink. Okay, but that's the way they want us to be. This is what they want. They want this sodomite, effeminate man. Okay, and they want that traditional masculine man to be put to rest. Okay, they would rather have us in this position and have the woman out front as you saw in the cover photo for the British Vogue with Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Okay, honestly, in that particular photo with Rihanna and A$AP Rocky really looks like this guy right here. Okay, I just gotta say it. That's the vibes that he's giving in that photo cover. Okay, to that magazine. Okay, it's completely off. This is not the way it's supposed to be. Okay, but this is the agenda that they're pushing. Okay, and like I said in one of my past videos here recently, they're using these entertainers, and more specifically these female entertainers, to actually push this particular agenda. Okay, to venerate the divine feminine, the feminine principle. Okay, even going back to Rihanna real quick, even when you deal with Rihanna's halftime performance during the Super Bowl, in which, quite frankly, was the most boring halftime performance in the history of the Super Bowl. But even that performance, it was ritualistic. Okay, it was ritualistic. It was very paganistic in nature. Okay, there's a reason why she had to wear the all red, because that's the role she was playing. She was playing the role of the lady in red. Okay, which goes back to Hathor, which I believe she was. Of course, she was the cow goddess. She was also a sky goddess, if my memory serves me correctly. Okay, that's why the very last song that she performed during halftime, I believe the lyrics went something along the lines of we're gonna shine bright as a diamond, or diamonds in the sky. Okay, that was subliminally, that was in veneration of Venus. Okay, again, Rihanna she's a mother goddess figure in this industry. Okay, she had to wear the all red because she's playing the role of Babylon, or the Scarlet Woman. Okay, when you look at the occult system of Thelema, okay, which we're gonna get into that in a minute here. But again, she also performed pregnant. Okay, that was a hot topic too, whether or not she was pregnant during this performance, and she was. Okay, because she's playing the role of a mother goddess figure. Okay, that's why she performed by herself. Nobody else performed with her. All those songs that she did, most of them she had collaborations with men, but they weren't up there. They didn't perform, now did they? It was just her and her unborn child. Okay, of course with the dancers and stuff. But the point is, it's her and her unborn child. Okay, she's playing a mother goddess figure. Okay, and just to add to the point that I talked about earlier about Venus and the sky goddess. Okay, notice how she was performing on that platform, that was going up and down, in the sky. Okay, and I believe even at the end of the performance, one of the commentators was like, well, we know now that Rihanna is not afraid of heights. Okay, they had to put emphasis on that because there's a role she was playing. Okay, and it's the same role, believe it or not, that Oprah was playing. Remember, I told you we were going to go back to Oprah. Okay, notice, on the cover of Oprah's magazine, I did a video about this not too long ago. She played this same role. Okay, and what it is, that it's basically a mockery of Revelation, the 17th chapter, the whore of Babylon. Okay, that's the role that both of these women are playing. I told you in that particular video that they have these women And these women, they want these women to be a microcosm of the whore of Babylon, of the so-called mother goddess. Okay, they're playing the same role here. Okay, and dealing with the left-hand side, like I said earlier, that both of them, is very little doubt in my mind. They're Thelemites. Okay, they adhere to the occult system of Thelema. Okay, and which we're gonna get into right now. Okay, now remember, just a few minutes ago I said that Rihanna was playing the role of Babylon. Okay, as Oprah was too. Okay, and I knew exactly what I was saying. Okay, their adherence to the occult system of Thelema. Okay, now let's take a look at this. It says Babylon. Now look at how it's spelled. It's purposely spelled that way. Okay, it was coined by Aleister Crowley. Okay, the world-renowned Satanist. Okay, he spelled Babylon this way in regards to this mother goddess figure. Okay, but it says Babylon. It says also known as the Scarlet Woman. See that? That's the role that they're playing. That's why they had to wear the all red. Okay, it says Great Mother or Mother of Abominations. Okay, and this occult system, they adopted all of these, these sayings, okay, these phrases, these titles. They just got it from the Bible. They got it from Revelation, the 17th chapter. Okay, I've told you in past videos that the left-hand side is meant to mimic and distort the right-hand side. Okay, that's all that's going on here. Okay, but it goes on to say this. It says Babylon, also known as the Scarlet Woman, the Great Mother or Mother of Abominations, is a goddess found in the occult system of Thelema. It goes on to say, which was established in 1904 with the writing of the Book of the Law by English author and occultist Aleister Crowley. Continuing forward, it says the spelling of the name as Babylon was revealed to Crowley in The Vision and the Voice. Her name and imagery feature, it says, prominently in Crowley's Liber Kethvel Volume Abingni. Okay, I'm gonna have to brush up on my Latin. But yeah. So now you see what I was talking about. Okay, that's the role that Rihanna and Oprah was playing. Okay, they're playing Babylon or the Scarlet Woman. Okay, or the Great Mother. That's why Rihanna had to perform pregnant, because she's playing the role of the Great Mother under this occult system of Thelema. Okay, so now let's scroll up a bit here. Let's get a bit more information. It says, in her most abstract form, Babylon represents the female sexual impulse and the liberated woman. You see, this is why I always say that feminism is simply Luciferianism, and you see it right there. The female sexual impulse and the liberated woman. That's feminism. Okay, it's based in Luciferianism. Okay, we're still talking about the occult system of Thelema. Okay, and this so-called goddess within that occult system, known as Babylon, represents this. Okay, that's what these entertainers, these female entertainers, are pushing. Okay, that's what feminism is pushing. Okay, it's all Luciferianism. Okay, it says in the creed of the Gnostic Mass, she is also identified with Mother Earth, another goddess figure. Okay, in her most fertile sense. Okay, It says, along with her status as an archetype or goddess, Crowley believed that Babylon had an earthly aspect or avatar, a living woman who occupied the spiritual office of the Scarlet Woman. This office, first identified in the Book of the Law, is usually described as a counterpart. So let's scroll up a bit more. And the article continues by saying, as a counterpart to his own identification as to Megatherion, the great beast. They just getting all of this from Revelation chapter 17. But it says the role of the Scarlet Woman was to help manifest the energies of the Eon of Horus. Okay, which is really going into that aspect of the so-called divine child. Okay. But yeah, when you let's pause it right here. When you look at this so-called occult system of Thelema, they believe that that humanity and this world, throughout history was broken up into different eons, okay, throughout time. All right. And Aleister Crowley actually gave a so-called prophecy about a future eon, and that's really what we're witnessing right now. This is what they're trying to push. So let's actually get that that so-called prophecy that Aleister Crowley about this future eon. Okay, let's actually get into that real quick. Okay, and of course here it is, and it reads. It says, in the new eon, prophesied by Aleister Crowley during his lifetime throughout his esoteric and occult writings, Thelemites believe that humanity shall leave behind the tyranny of Abrahamic religions and enter a time of greater consciousness and self-actualization. That's what we're seeing today. Because this particular society in general is ran based on Luciferianism, okay? This whole Thelemite mindset, okay? Notice it says that Thelemites believe that humanity shall leave behind the tyranny of Abrahamic religions, okay? Now, those Abrahamic religions, of course, is Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Okay. Now, within that, those so-called Abrahamic religions, the tyranny that they're talking about, part of that is that hierarchy that the Most High set up. The Most High Yahawah, Yahawah, man, woman, child. That's the tyranny that they're talking about. Okay. Why do you think that westernized societies, mainly America, they try to demonize, Arabic men so much and, traditional Islam so much? Okay. Because they're more traditional. Their women are more in order. Okay. The man is the head over there. That's the so-called tyranny of Abrahamic religions that they're trying to get away from. And that cover photo with Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, and their child, that's what this is going into. That Thelemite mindset. That's what that was subliminally pushing in that cover. They're trying to get away from this so-called tyranny of Abrahamic religions. Okay, y'all gonna learn that I don't just talk out the side of my neck. Okay, I told you they're trying to push the divine feminine, and they're trying to put to rest the masculine principle. That's what's going on. Okay. Now let's continue with the article. Let's get back to this so-called Scarlet, the Scarlet Woman. Okay. So going back to the information about the Scarlet Woman, it reads. It says, although Crowley often wrote that Babylon, which is that goddess within the occult system of Thelema, it says, although Crowley often wrote that Babylon and the Scarlet Woman are one, There are also many instances where the scarlet woman is seen more as a representative or physical manifestation of the universal feminine principle, aka the divine feminine. Listen, I told y'all, I don't just talk. Okay, my past few videos, I've been talking about how they're trying to venerate the divine feminine, which is also known as the feminine principle. Okay, and that's what the scarlet woman represents, the feminine principle, the divine feminine. Now you should understand why Rihanna was dressed in all red during halftime. You should understand why they're having her to push this subliminal message on the cover of the British Vogue. That she was on that cover with her family, and they purposely had her out front to push the feminine principle, the divine feminine. That's what they're venerating. They're trying to get away from the, as they put it, the so-called tyranny of Abrahamic religions, which pushes masculinity, the masculine principle, the man being the head. They're trying to get away from that, okay? They're pushing more of the divine feminine now. Okay, that's what's going on, and that's what was going on with that magazine cover. Okay? But let's finish the paragraph out, and we're going to bring it to a close. It says, I'm going to start from the top again. It says, although Crowley often wrote that Babylon and the Scarlet Woman are one, there are also many instances where the Scarlet Woman is seen more as a representative or physical manifestation of the universal feminine principle. In a footnote to Liber Reguli, again, forgive me for that, it says Crowley mentions that the gods of the Eon, the Scarlet Woman, and the Beast are the earthly emissaries of those gods. It says, in the vision and the voice he wrote, this is Babylon, the true mistress of the beast. Of her, all his mistresses on lower planes are but avatars, and the law is for all, he writes. But when you look at all these phrases like this is Babylon and the mistress of the beast, they just stole that from the Bible. They stole all that from the prophecy that was given to John the Revelator, okay, about America. Okay, it's just that they distorted that to create, to help create their own so-called religion, which is that religion of Thelema. Okay. But anyway, I believe this is a good place to actually end the video. And again, the title of the video is Order versus Disorder, the hierarchy Yahawah has set up. Okay. And of course, we went through the cover of that photo, showing how they're trying to go against the hierarchy that the Most High set up in the book of Corinthians. Okay, which of course the Most High Yahawah is the head of Yahawah Shai, and Yahawah Shai is the head of the man. The man, of course, is the head of the woman, and then you have the woman that's over the children. Okay, this is the order that's set up. Okay, that sacred order that's set up within the family unit. Okay, that's why, again, when you look at the right side of the thumbnail, I said that's more like it. Okay, it's showing, this is a good representation of that order, of that hierarchy that the Most High has set up. The man is out front and, leading and protecting his family. Okay, and the child is with the mother. Okay, not the child with the the father being nurtured by the father, while the mother is out front leading the way, okay? And ultimately, the woman is leading the way to destruction. Okay, but yeah. Then we got into, of course, the esoteric, or the Luciferian, the Luciferian undertone of this particular magazine. Okay, that's all that was really going on here. But as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High Yahawah, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, and I do so by Hashem, which means in the name of Yahawah, which is the name of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whom we know, or whom the world knows as Jesus Christ. And I want to thank all you brothers and sisters for tuning in. I hope this video was informative and edifying. And until next time, Shalom, family.